ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at americanhumane.org.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Scoop of a cool treat if you're in the Bronx today, because it's going to be a hot one out there. It's the second day of summer and the second game of this series as the New York Yankees host the Baltimore Orioles on a Saturday afternoon at Yankee Stadium in the city. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. I'm Nancy Newman. Today marks the middle game of a three-game weekend set versus the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees are looking to bounce back. Last night, they got a quality start from their ace, and the bats collected 10 hits, but it wouldn't be enough as the Orioles pulled ahead against the bullpen, got the win. Let's recap last night's action and set the table for today. Here we go. Pictures from the Friday night at the stadium. Max Fried facing Colton Cowser in the top of the first, and Cowser, he gets hit, loads the bases. Gary Sanchez is up next after a quick mound visit, and he lines the sweeper to left. It is through. It's a base hit. 2 runs come in. It's the Orioles who strike first. The Yankees would answer back in the bottom of the first with the bases loaded and nobody out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. looping it into shallow left. Paul Goldschmidt scores from third. Yankees on the board, trailing 2-1. 2 batters later with the bases still loaded. Jason Dominguez, sac fly to deep center. That will score Trent Grisham. Yanks tie it up, 2 apiece. Bottom 3, a moment. Aaron Judge leading off. Farewell fly ball, solo home run, his 27th of the season. Yankees take the 3-2 lead. Bottom 4, 2 on with 2 out for Jazz Chisholm Jr. Rips the slider into right. DJ LeMahieu, he's rounding third. He's heading home, but the right fielder Ramon Laureano makes the perfect throw and gets LeMahieu. Tags him out. One more look. Laureano making the play. On we go, top 6 after 2 quick singles by Cowser and Sanchez. Kobe Mayo dunks the curveball into shallow center. That falls in front of Grisham. Cowser scores from second on the RBI single. Orioles tie it up 3 apiece. In the 8th, Luke Weaver now on the mound, returning from his hamstring injury. And Urias, the 3-2 fastball is over the wall. His 5th of the season. The Orioles take the 4-3 lead. 24 pitches from Weaver, relieved by Hill. But Gunnar Henderson, pinch hitting with 2 on and 2 out, lines it to left for the RBI single. Orioles add on another run. They lead 5-3. Jackson Holiday is up next. He grounds it down the line. Goldschmidt to Hill. Holiday beats it out, but Hill then fires to third and catches O'Hearn for the final out of the inning. Nice play there. Bottom 9, Felix Bautista in for the save, facing Aaron Judge. Bautista strikes him out swinging. Next, it's Chisholm with the Yankees down to their final out. That's a strikeout, and that's your ball game. The Orioles win the opener. The Yankees went 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position, and they're hitting just 159 in those situations over their last 8 games. The Orioles have won 3 of 4 against the Yankees so far this season, but they've all been close. Their 3 victories came by a total of 4 runs. Let's get some reaction from the clubhouse, beginning with Fried talking about his mechanics.
I get in trouble when my my left leg gets a little too swingy or just out of control, and I just wanted to be a little bit in a tighter coil or just a little bit less movement, and it allowed me to be more on time and execute my pitches.
Is that something that you know was happening at the time and you're quickly trying to fix it, or is it something that somebody alerts you to after the inning?
Just one of those where don't have the best body awareness in the moment, and being able to see some video and look back on it, I was able to identify it and make the adjustment. But just definitely frustrating that I wasn't able to in the moment out on the field.
early on. I think we had the bases loaded there in the first or whatever, and had an opportunity, but that's better than not having anybody on. The past couple of games not getting anybody on, so we're moving in the right direction. Like you said, all good teams go through little slumps or situations where it's not going your way, but you just got to keep trekking, got to keep moving forward.
Threw a solid pitch, put a pretty good swing on it. It was pretty devastating to see it go over, so obviously not the start I was looking forward to. Definitely felt like let the team down in that moment, but obviously got to bounce back. But yeah, I think the whole outing is, when I kind of reflect on it quickly, it's just about the 2 strikes. It was just about trying to put them away, and it's hard sometimes to just find that line to where that swing and misses, and when they're putting together good at-bats and good takes and you're not quite right where you want it to be, you kind of feel like you're pitching a little defensive, and it becomes hard to get the swing and miss.
You mentioned not quite where you want to be. Do you think the layoff maybe didn't allow you to have the best command? Is that part of it, trying to work yourself back?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, the easy answer is probably yes, but I felt like my stuff was as good as it's been all year, if not better. I think a big part of tonight's outing had to do with getting a lot more movement on my changeup, and as a pitcher, as players, we do what we know the pitch is going to do every time. So when it's a little different, the line just didn't quite get there, so it was breaking a lot in the dirt, and just that's what kind of was struggling with. So you find yourself getting from 0-2 to 2-2, and then you're battling, so it makes it tough.
So all that considered, the Yankees head into this afternoon's game leading the American League East by just 1.5 games over the Tampa Bay Rays. Another quality outing by their starting pitcher would go a long way. The good news, the man on the mound has not allowed a run in a career-best 18 1/3 innings. Here is today's pitching matchup. For the Orioles, it's Zach Eflin. He's 6-3 with a 4.81 ERA. He allowed 7 runs against the Rays in his last start. For the Yankees, Clark Schmidt has an ERA just over 3 and fired 7 2/3 innings of scoreless ball when he last pitched. In our Toyota quote of the day, Skipper Boone talked about the challenges he'll face this afternoon.
Facing a different lineup this go around, in that, with the Angels, he was facing a lot of righties. Today, you'll see a lot of lefties and some switch hitters, so a little bit of a different look for him. The one thing I think he's done a really good job of the last two starts, especially, is using his entire arsenal. So not just getting too much falling in love with his cutter and using his four seam a little bit, using his sinker. So having fastballs going different ways on both sides of the plate, which is important for him. And then I thought in his last one, probably his sharpest, in that I just felt like even his misses or his balls were really competitive, good spots. He didn't have those misfires that I felt like he had for a couple starts there, where there were a lot of non-competitive pitches in there, even when he was throwing well. I thought that was much, much crisper.
Let's check the lineups. We begin with the Orioles. Gunnar Henderson had a pinch hit RBI single last night. He's been red hot. He's batting .408 with an OPS north of 1,000 over his last 15 games, and he's riding a 14-game hitting streak. Ryan O'Hearn and Cedric Mullins are also back in the starting lineup. For your New York Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. has been locked in since his return from that oblique injury. He's batting nearly .350 with an OPS near 1,006 multi-hit games over his last 15. Ben Rice leads off, plays first base. J.C. Escarra starts behind the plate, and that means the bench is stacked. Stanton, Goldschmidt, Wells, and LeMahieu. We have so much more still to come on this edition of Yankees Batting Practice Today, presented by Audi. After the break, Dave Valley joins us in studio. We'll get his thoughts on all things Yankees. Stay with us here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Yankees Batting Practice Today is presented by Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer today.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me, because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Visit your Audi dealer and lease the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro Premium for $699 per month.
Look closely at this truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Right now, get employee pricing on a Ford F-150, plus $3,000 renewal cash for returning owners, only at your local Ford stores.
How do they do this?
On an all-new episode of The Stadium, get a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to keep Yankee Stadium safe.
We have over 450 cameras.
Request for backup, 237.
Watch The Stadium today after the postgame on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
I'm Isai Morales. As an actor, I've played many roles, but right now I'm speaking to you as a proud Hispanic American. You know, we need to protect ourselves from lung cancer. It's a leading cause of cancer death among Hispanic men and women. Growing up, I would hide my mother's cigarettes. Even as a child, I knew that smoking can cause cancer. So can just being around someone who smokes. But that isn't the only thing that causes this disease. Environmental factors. If you're at risk, no matter your citizenship status, get screened for lung cancer. Detection is key.